Queen, one of the most iconic rock bands of all time, achieved incredible success and left an enduring impact on the world. Led by the legendary Freddie Mercury, Queen captivated audiences with their extraordinary performances, innovative musicality, and diverse range of genres. Their anthemic hits such as Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and Don't Stop Me Now etched themselves into the fabric of popular culture, resonating with generations. Freddie Mercury's iconic stage presence, coupled with his unmatched vocal power and wild personality, made him an all-time favorite artist for millions of people. Not only that, but he inspired so many people in several ways and set an indelible mark on the LGBTQ community. Queen's music wasn't just about having a good time, it made you feel powerful and free. Despite Freddie's heartbreaking death in 1991, the music remains very close to our hearts and is a symbol of how amazing and transformative music can be. But what really happened to Queen after Freddie Mercury's death? Welcome back to Behind the Music. In this video, we revisit the story of Queen post Freddie Mercury. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any music history worth knowing. Following the band's legendary performance at Live Aid, they were set for their last ever tour, the Magic Tour. And it was certainly magical for the well above 1 million people that managed to attend the tour. It went on to break venues' attendance records and become one of the biggest rock concerts ever held in Eastern Europe. In UK alone, over 400,000 people watched the shows. The highlight of the tour was their concert at Wembley Stadium. However, not being able to book Wembley for a third night, their final show was at Knebworth Park on August 9th. It sold out within 2 hours, and 120,000 people flocked the park to get a final glimpse of a unique Freddie Mercury stage performance. It was for this tour that Freddie wore the iconic yellow military jacket designed by Diana Mosley. After their final tour, the band members worked on a few individual projects during 1988, but back at it together in 1989, Queen released the album The Miracle. This album contained classics such as I Want It All and Scandal. This was followed up by their 14th studio album, Innuendo. However, at this point, Freddie was very sick. Brian May recalled in an interview that he was unsure if Freddie was able to sing The Show Must Go On, as he could barely stand, but Brian May quickly followed up with, he absolutely killed it. However, the sad destiny was impossible to avoid, and Freddie died a short time after in 1991. So what now? Could Queen keep on going without their lead artist and frontman? To people's surprise, Innuendo wasn't the last album featuring Freddie Mercury. The album with the symbolic name Made in Heaven was released in 1995 and was made out of Freddie's final recordings in 1991, reworked material from all the band members' solo works, as well as leftovers from Queen's earlier studio albums.
The last album, the Made in Heaven album, with the tracks that Freddie had left us to play with, and it became a real labour of love because he left some lovely little bits and pieces.
It featured songs such as Heaven for Everyone and Too Much Love Will Kill You, as well as Mother Love, which is the last ever vocal recording Freddie made. The band then went on to record the song No One But You, Only the Good Die Young, dedicated to Freddie Mercury and all the people who died at a young age. But what about concerts and musical performances? In 1997, the band was accompanied by Elton John to perform The Show Must Go On. This was in fact the very last time Queen's bass guitarist John Deacon performed with the band. John Deacon had been very upset by Mercury's death, which led to a significant reduction in his musical activity. He felt an emptiness and a struggle to envision a further path for the band. As far as we are concerned, this is it. There's no point carrying on. It is impossible to replace Freddie. John Deacon retired after the performance in 1997 and has stayed out of the public eye ever since. However, Brian May and Roger Taylor kept on performing at several charity concerts and award ceremonies. The lead singer at each show was rotated, and the band now went under the name Queen Plus, followed by the guest singer's name. These concerts and musical collaborations included a vast variety of different artists. The Italian opera singer Luciano Pavarotti had vocals on Too Much Love Will Kill You, Robbie Williams provided vocals for We Are the Champions, and Elton John and George Michael appearing on other songs. During this time, Brian May and Roger Taylor had a huge focus on charity concerts and other ways to help raise concern of worldwide problems. That was especially visible in their goal of raising concern of AIDS, as this is what their dear friend Freddie got diagnosed with. In 2003, the band attended the 46664 concert hosted by Nelson Mandela in Cape Town. 46664 was a series of AIDS benefit concerts played in honor of Nelson Mandela. The two band members kept on discussing with Mandela how Africa's problems could be approached, and they were later made ambassadors for the 46664 cause. After several shows and concerts, questions were raised whether the band would ever tour again. People didn't seem to get enough of Queen's music, which is more than fair. Then, in 2004, Roger Taylor and Brian May announced that they will reunite the band without John Deacon and start on a new tour with singer Paul Rodgers. Paul Rodgers was founder and former lead singer of Free and Bad Company, as well as having a short arrangement with Jimmy Page and the band The Firm. May and Taylor stated on their website that this tour would be Queen plus Paul Rodgers. That is, it would be Queen featured with Rodgers. He wasn't replacing Mercury by any means. According to Taylor, this collaboration worked very well. We never thought we would tour again. Paul came along by chance and we seemed to have a chemistry. Paul is just such a great singer. He's not trying to be Freddie. The new partnership started their tour in Europe, then heading over to Japan before finishing in the US in 2006. They also performed on Nelson Mandela's 90th birthday, and again used the celebration to raise awareness of the AIDS pandemic, which still was an important subject for the band. But this wasn't the group's only tour. The new formation even released an album, The Cosmos Rocks, in 2008, and went on to perform a new tour in Europe, Russia, and South America to promote the album. However, the partnership split up in 2009, still with good vibes and mutual consent. It was a natural place to drift apart, but Paul Rodgers didn't rule out the possibility of working with Queen later. So, was the band finished with concerts and touring now? Well, not just yet. In 2011, the band, that is Roger Taylor and Brian May, appeared on the television program American Idol in Los Angeles to perform a medley with the 6 finalists on the show. This was only the start of what was soon to be a new long-lasting collaboration with another amazing artist, namely Adam Lambert. The new trio had their first concert together in London in 2012, which was sold out within 24 hours after tickets were released, and the trio Queen plus Adam Lambert is still going on strong to this day. In fact, Queen plus Adam Lambert is doing what they call the Rhapsody Tour in the US during the fall of 2023. However, I have another video dedicated for this Queen phase, so please check out the video in the link below about the story of how Adam Lambert joined Queen and their future collaboration. Queen and the world obviously suffered one of the greatest losses ever when Freddie Mercury died. It was a difficult time for the band and for the world. Personally, I'm very happy that the band managed to keep on going, putting out new music and playing concerts around the world, even though it would have been better with Freddie. I especially appreciate the way they structure their collaborations, that they are focusing on not replacing Freddie and rather having a new vocalist coming in doing their own thing that still works with the classic songs. I also highly respect Queen for continuously raising awareness of issues in the world, with emphasis on the HIV/AIDS pandemic that became a very personal matter for the group. Anyways, what do you think of Queen's journey post-Freddie? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. Until then, stay gold!